I like this here. It has a cloth that wraps over it that I've stored it in, and I've kept it in the original box, and it has a little tie here so you can tie them together kind of like this where they're not touching. I bought these because they're grosgrain. If you notice this right off the bat, I have a grosgrain Tuxedo. These shoes are absolutely wonderful. I really do enjoy these shoes. Now there are some caveats to this, okay? First off, I have a very wide foot, okay? And if you notice here, it's an 11 and a half, okay? This is a UK size. Normally I wear a 10 and a half, and that is not the case for me because a lot of times in British shoes, I usually go up a size or even a size and a half. Not because I want to, because I have to. If I don't, the toe box right here just crushes my feet. It's just the way that it's designed, I suppose. I don't know why. But usually in an American shoe, I'll wear a triple E. But if I have to wear like a standard size, I have to go up quite a bit in order for it to work. Now, I feel that if I don't went up another half size to a 12, this would have slid up and down on my foot. This is to the point to where it gives enough space where it doesn't hurt my feet, but it's not too loose where it slips up and down on my foot and hurts my foot. Because of these socks, you're not wearing thick socks with these shoes. So please keep that in mind. Like, you're going to be wearing silk socks, which is what you're supposed to wear. So I have silk socks. I wore with this, and because they are so thin, I feel like this is the perfect option for me. Once again, I went up an entire size to fit inside of these. So please do keep that in mind. Now, I've worn these a couple times, and you already see right here, it's starting to fray right here a little bit. I mean, I could burn that off. It's not that big of a deal, but I mean, for me, it's just whatever. But some people, they may find that reprehensible, and they may not like it because of that. Now, does it bother me? No, it doesn't. Does it affect me in any way? No, it doesn't. Are the shoes still beautiful? Absolutely. There's no way someone looking at you is going to see this. It's just not going to happen. I mean, they'd have to be up there with a magnifying glass looking at your feet. And I guess if you're into that kind of stuff, I guess it's okay, but I'm not. So it wouldn't really matter one way or the other. Now, I do like the details here. Once again, this is things that no one's going to notice. This right here, I think that's just a beautiful touch. I like this here. And then the sole is very beautiful, real easy. Once again, I'm not walking a whole bunch outside. I'm usually walking inside with these shoes, and I'm not going very far. Usually I'm walking to the car, or I'm walking from the car to the event, or the event to the car, and then back home. I'm not doing pretty much, I'm not going for a walk in the park or a walk in the city in these shoes. I mean, let's be honest here. Because they're patent leather, I mean, if you scratch them in any way, it's going to be really difficult. I mean, for me, I'm not qualified enough, nor do I have enough experience to replace or replenish them if they can be. You know, a lot of times once these are scratched to a certain degree, it's kind of really over, in my opinion. They'll never look the same. I do like the detail of the bow because it's kind of like a double here. It's kind of like, it kind of represents like a tuxedo bow tie in a certain way, and I really do like that. I think that's really unique. And I didn't even really notice that until I'm looking at it right now. Like the way that it kind of looks like a bow tie, which is really cool. I like that a lot. And another thing about the shoe is I was the only one that I saw wearing opera pumps. So if you want to stand out, if you're going to a black tie event, the easiest way to do that is with these. Not many guys are going to be wearing opera pumps. It's just not going to happen. So this is an easy way to flash style and to show out as far as, hey, look, here I am. So please do keep that in mind, you know, and it's extremely elegant too. It's not like flashy as in like, oh, hey, I'm wearing something bright, you know, look at me. It's not, I guess you can consider that peacocking. It's not peacocking in any way. It's just like, hey, this is just a very unique shoe. It's different than what everyone else is wearing, which is really cool. I do tend to like to do that. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, if you notice in here, it's starting to kind of crease and push here, which is nice. And if you notice, it's still a solid shoe. This lining in here, which is extremely soft. I got a message on Instagram, and I will leave the person's name anonymous. They bought the same shoes that I did here. They had an issue with the sizing. They reached out to, this is alleged by the way, so please don't sue me. This is alleged. Basically, reached out to the rake, and within a week, they weren't getting any response. They weren't getting anything in order to return these, according to this person that I was speaking with. Okay? Now, what I said was, hey, this is Myrqvist. This is not the actual rake. The rake and them together are doing this. So I'm not here to bash the rake. I'm just saying this is what happened allegedly with the person I was talking to on Instagram. Okay, and they said they reached out to them on Instagram. They reached out to the proper channels. They couldn't get anything done. So I said, you know what? Contact Myrqvist and talk to them and see if they can replace it, because they're the one that carry the shoe. And if you look on their website, this shoe is actually more expensive on Myrqvist's website than it is on the rake. So please keep that in mind. If you want to buy this shoe on the rake, it is actually cheaper than it is on Myrqvist's So he didn't get back to me telling me, hey, they changed it, or he didn't tell me the status, but I told him that's something you should definitely try, because you can reach out to the company directly and just skip the rake all in between and see what they can do for you. Because, you know, you haven't wore the shoe or anything, it's brand new, it just doesn't fit. So all you want to do really is just swap it. You don't want to sell it, you don't want to return it, you don't want your money back, you just want to change it to where you can wear it. So that's something that I did experience, is people reach out to me on Instagram, and they did have that issue. So the person that I spoke with, that it's resolved, and Myrqvist was able to help you, because they were actually looking at offloading their shoes because they had such a hard time trying to they weren't even trying to get their money back. They were just trying to replace them for the size. That way they could wear them. So that's something to keep in mind if you do buy them from the rake. I did not have that experience, but I did have the experience that I mentioned in the unboxing video, which is actually what I'm going to leave right here in the end. And thank you guys for visiting the Fellow Gent. If you haven't subscribed to my Instagram, do so down below. And I just want to let you guys know, if I haven't earned your subscription, today hopefully is the day that I earn your subscription. Thank you guys for visiting, and y'all have a wonderful day.